This person here says, Nick, thank you for the video. I have a question, please. How do you deal with price breaking out of the zone? So you close the trade early, only to find out that after you close the trade, price just gets back to the original profit target, and it turns out to be a fake out. So here's how I manage that. Now, whenever I don't think a trade is likely to work out, and I do think we're at least going to get a spike above a zone, say I've sold at a resistant zone, and then it looks like price is going to break it, all the time I'll close my trade like, halfway to the stop loss, or a third or two-thirds of the way to the stop loss. And of course, every now and then it actually goes and hits the stop loss. But then if it turns around and starts going right back into the zone, and then I'm going to the higher time frames like daily, and I look, and that whole spike above the zone was like a wick closure, and it's like a huge bearish wick that closes back down below the zone. What I'll generally do is I'll just get back into the same trade, right? I'll just re-enter a sell, and then I'll put my stop above the zone, but this time just putting it a little bit further than whatever that recent high was where it wicks past the zone. If I still think it's going to work out, there's nothing wrong with just re-entering the trade. A lot of people, once they get wicked out, they'll just let it go to their original target and they never even consider re-entering. You need to have stop losses and you need to have a way of controlling risk, because if you don't, then you're just going to let trades run away from you. And if you don't have an exit plan, eventually a trade will blow your account and you lose all your trading capital as a stupid, dumbass way to do it. But if it does take you out and you close at a partial loss, but it ends up looking like it's going to turn around and continue to your original target, you can always just re-enter. And that's the cool part. If you re-enter and you win, worst case scenario, you usually just make back what you lost. And if you're using a risk reward ratio a little bit higher, or you had a partial loss on your previous losing trade, then you may even make back everything you lost with profit. So that's how I manage it. I still close the trade if I think it's not going to work out, but then if it looks like it's turning back around and it's going to come back below the zone and closing below, and it's still going to play out in the original idea, there was just that little liquidity spike or that fake out first, then I just re-enter the trade, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's how I manage it.